And we are live. My name is Sebastian, and we are back. You know?
Back with the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see. Let's see. Where we at?
Well,
Where we at?
I'm hungry, but
I'm
we're
hungry.
gonna.
We gotta make a. Ah, fuck.
Wait, is this left? No, this is not. We made up for last episode, right? Like, or the last one.
I believe so.
Yeah.
We'll probably do this one if we can pump out a good.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. If we can do like 2 parts that are both at roughly like 30 minutes, and we can do an extra like 15 minutes,
Yeah.
we'll be right back on track.
And we back at it.
So,
Back at it again. So.
how was work today?
I was off.
Oh shit, on a Saturday?
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
How was that?
I usually have offs every Saturday. But
Oh, yeah.
nowadays.
I forget. But you work
But
tomorrow.
it feels good. Yeah, it feels good.
What time do you work tomorrow?
2.
2?
Has it really been that long?
Bow, bow. You work at 2
Yeah.
till when?
So closing. It's good. We cool. We cool though. We chilling. We chilling like a villain.
Bro, at work, there's these fools that'll do double shifts, so they'll be open to like where like usually I'll come in, so like 8 till 4, then come back 6 to 2. And they're like our age. I'm like, I'm good, man. Like Fady, my boy, shout out Fady. He's picking up a
Fuck.
double tonight.
Wait, that's kind of hard.
Yeah,
That's
Like,
kind of hard.
dude,
Bread coming in. Bread.
get like a 2-hour break, go another 8 hours, 16
See,
hours.
I would do something like that, but I don't know.
I'm
The
good.
food industry's fucked. You don't like it, or you like? I mean, that
Yeah.
check speaking.
Like,
Let me tell you.
let's see, times 5. If you did 16 hours a day, 5 days a week, you're making like almost 1,500 a week. Yeah, I mean, I like, cause like Amore's was more, I feel like, food industry, cause that was so much more relying on like all of us doing our stuff. But nowadays, it's pretty easy. Should be making sweet teas like a
Like a
bitch.
biatch.
Hold on, why does it keep doing that seconds thing? Hold on,
Son of
let me bring this closer. Okay, let's see. There we go. I did not think it would be that easy.
Oh, this is so cute.
What is it?
You and Stove Man? Or
Oh.
is that me? No, that's you.
That's where'd you find that?
It was like on right here. Right. Was
What
it
the
on top
hell?
or on the bottom?
Probably on the bottom, 'cause I've been trying to find that picture, 'cause
That's
my mom went through all the Polaroids and she was like, "Where's the one of you and Stolfy?"
cute. Right here.
Like,
Right here.
Like, bro, chill out.
Man, we've had so many good Polaroids
Yeah, I
pics.
have.
There's the one with Blaze is hard as fuck.
There's a bunch up there.
It's
yeah,
so hard. It's so hard. This
there are
shit.
some good ones.
Go in.
Let me erase this. This is what I need to do. Man.
Whammy.
Whammy. Man, all
Yeah.
this shit is loose.
I love Polaroids. It just takes you back to that time, like a picture, like.
What were you wearing? What was the what
What
was
the
that
fuck were
party?
you wearing? We should put the dates on these shits.
That
God
would be a
dang it.
yeah.
Let's see what I can see. I see me in the background. I see me in the background.
Let me see it. Let me see what you're wearing.
I don't know when the fuck that is, respectfully.
So, oh Jesus, I can't see nothing. Okay.
You gotta put that flashlight on.
Oh, wait, I think I see your hand. Is that you?
Yeah, it's little me.
That's you. I think I know what I'm wearing. This was probably like a Christmas, New Year's situation. It says don't put in mouth. You gonna be putting it in your mouth?
Yep.
Yeah.
put it in your
Yeah.
Wait, you can't put it in your mouth? What?
Oh, bet.
Why? Is there just lead? Is
probably
the
just-
dye?
I mean, yeah, probably. It's probably.
what happens? Wait, I'm gonna look this up. I'm
What
actually
happens?
curious.
If you eat a Polaroid.
What happens if you suck a Polaroid?
If you salivate over a roid.
Oh. They can cause chemical burns, so.
Lol.
Lol, really? What happens
Oh, you know
when
what?
you put a Polaroid right in
Bro.
your mouth?
Okay, hold on. There's an In-N-Out life hack. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a water cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's free. You can upgrade it to a large water cup, which is the same cup as the medium cup, except it's 25 cents.
Oh yeah, we put in big time sipping.
Yeah, we're gonna go do that after this. We'll give a review about it.
Yeah,
after.
we'll give a review. We'll be like, this shit was chill. This shit was not chill. We'll be like,
Yum yum fun time. What if you eat a battery?
Jesus.
Like, you know those little like small batteries put in a watch? Like, what if you swallow those?
We wouldn't. What would happen? Would your like acids inside you
Like dissolve it? I don't
just
think
burn
so.
your insides like a? 'Cause it is like
Acidic. I think you would probably
Acidic,
just shit it
yeah.
out or throw it up. 'Cause I don't know if that could come out your butthole, but
This is a great topic. We went from Polaroids to fucking.
did you know if you ate one polar bear liver, you would die?
Why?
Fuck if I know. I think there's just like all this bacteria in it and stuff. Or if you
That's hard.
if you ate like 90 apples in a day, you would die.
Well, all they eat is meat.
Oh, I saw something about that. Yeah, 'cause there's no like vegetation
the
or berries or
what?
anything.
What else would a polar bear really like?
Imagine being a polar bear and you wake up and it's just all snow. You're just,
You're like, I'm hungry. But I feel like.
I'm hungry. Time to go look for a couple years.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, like I never got this, but Coca-Cola during like wintertime always has that fucking little bear with their little Coca-Cola. No, they don't like sip.
Like his little sweater on. He was like, "Hey."
So giddy.
You know,
Gosh.
polar bears, I think they're black or something. Like if you shave off all their
Yeah.
fur.
Bro, if you shave off any bear, they look like weird, like a weird rat.
There is this bear,
Big ass rat.
a big old rat. They're all like all fleshy. And they got all that like
Scaby.
loose skin, you know.
Yeah.
You ever seen Chewbacca shaved?
I don't want to.
Oh, you gotta see this.
Chewbacca shaved?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Chewbacca
Jesus.
shaved. It's so nasty.
Oh, he looks like a dog. Look like
a
bulldog,
ball.
like
Some
a-
balls.
Shout out Chewbacca.
Shout out Chewbacca. Shout out Han Solo.
Yeah.
They really were getting it done.
Yeah.
What about what about who's like some other two guys in a movie? Oh, that new I gotta see that new Mario movie, bro.
Yeah, that shit seemed chill.
It looks pretty good. That cast is stoked.
For sure. I gotta see that new John Wick. I want to see what that's about.
Yeah, that fool Keanu Reeves fucks it up.
He does fuck it up, man.
I didn't see the last one, and I saw part of the second one. I gotta watch those. That first one hit.
The third, like the last one, was not a lot of dialogue, which I like. It was like he had some lines, of course, but
Just more fighting.
more
and
fight.
stuff.
I like that shit. I like how it's more fighting. This one too is gonna be more fighting.
That's what Stolfy was saying. It's like it's like almost all just action.
Badass. That's yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I think that's pretty chill. If you just want to watch something that has all that,
Yeah,
it's available.
I thought that third John Wick was pretty chill, 'cause there wasn't. It was just a bunch of fighting, but like the shots were great. Like
Yeah,
how it was shot.
I never saw it, so I can't speak. But I'll take your word for
The
it.
first one is gas. I mean,
Yeah.
hands down.
That I remember
Second
like
one.
watching that with Taco. Like that one's cool. Them fools come fuck up his house and all that. And he digs out
Badass.
all them guns.
Badass.
And Keanu Reeves, that's such good casting. Like someone chill.
Like that is a movie. My dad loves action movies. He
Really?
He put me on like early on in my childhood. I was a young fella watching some gruesome shit go down.
Like what?
Like Jesus.
What did he like to watch?
He loved. What did he love? We would Denzel. Denzel Washington is
Ooh.
his favorite actor. Like the Equalizer. Like that shit was fucking like.
The
Fuck.
Equalizer.
That was such a good movie.
Give me a synopsis of that movie. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I mean, it's been a while since I watched that movie 'cause my dad really put me onto that shit. But
The
I would just remember
Equalizer.
how like action packed that shit was.
That sounds like something that like you would see on Netflix. The Equalizer.
Yeah.
What have I seen Denzel in? Huh. His son was in this movie. It was pretty good.
What movie?
It's called Black Klansman.
Oh, we have we watched that?
You know who's in that? Ooh.
That one bad chick.
From Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah.
And she got an afro, bro. It's all 70s and shit.
Training Day, Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah. Is it? No, he's not in The Departed. No, I'm thinking Training Day. My dumbass. As you say it. He was in that. He was in a movie called Malcolm X. What else?
Yeah, I would watch some. Just at a young age, I think that does something. That does something 'cause you're like,
Do you feel like a violent person?
no, not at all. Nah, no. I mean, like not in person, but like if anyone tests me, it's over. It's done. Like
It's done.
I got.
What'd you do? Okay. Wait,
What is
hold on.
that shit we learned in science? Potential energy. Oh yeah, we got a lot of that shit built up.
Potential. Oh,
That potential energy gonna turn into that kinetic
Yeah,
energy
I was gonna
real fucking quick.
Real
Quick. Anybody test me? Oh shit. The potential energy, it's already shot to hell. I mean, there's so much potential energy. It's just you're done. You're done.
Turn them bones into kinetic motherfucking sand.
You're done.
You're done.
Like, but
what would
I'm a
someone
kind person. I never want to cause conflict. I like de-escalating a situation. Like that seems more
if you
human.
if you were gonna get in a conflict with someone, what would they have to do? Like, what's the limit where it becomes you let it slide to like this is going violent?
Okay, if someone ever touches a woman, that's like you're getting your ass beat.
You're getting it shook the fuck down.
Yeah, like
Okay.
there's
here.
no excuse for a man, especially.
Especially. What if
There's
it's like
no
this?
excuse.
What if you're at a party and you see this dude and this chick there and they're having a good little time, and then all his like friends come. So it's like he got like 5 of his friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like his girlfriend says something, he smacks her in the face. Well, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna grab him by his neck, and he gonna just eat the whatever,
him, like, one hand?
whatever's on the ground. He's eating like
One
big
hand or
time.
2 hands?
One hand. That's all it takes is one hand.
Are you going from the front or the back?
Back.
Back and just shoving him down.
You know how like, well, my uncle Clemente, he, you know, if his dogs are not acting right, grab him by the neck. You know,
What the fuck?
they don't know what's going on. You know, like,
Could you stab somebody?
no. I mean, it would take if they try to stab me.
Right, like,
Oh man.
could you shoot somebody? Definitely.
I could shoot somebody if it came. Of course, like
If it came
if
down
it came
to it.
down to it, like
And you
this
had to.
is like,
There's a threat.
if it's affecting my life, yes. If it's affecting other people's life, I mean that trigger needs to be, you know, as soon as possible. Shot, you know, like take your shot. Take your shot.
Would you ever join the military?
The military is, I mean, it's life is already disciplined. I mean, we're all disciplined, but that's super.
It's another
That's-
level.
It's another level, and
Takes a lot.
it takes a lot. So whoever can do it,
Good for 'em.
y'all
Especially-
will makes America, you know.
Tell 'em.
You know, y'all serve the country at all times. Whatever goes down, y'all there. Y'all there. Y'all signed up for it.
Right.
You know.
Do you have
So-
any family in the military?
Oh yeah, I got my
Oh yeah, your
cousin
uncle?
in the
Cousin?
Navy. I think when you I don't signing up for the military sounds weird.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like when he signed up for
Enlist?
when he enlisted, yeah. That's basically signing up.
Yeah.
When you enlist in the military, I think it's like 25 years here. That's like the minimum. I don't know.
I think
I really
it-
don't know, but
I think it's signed where it's like you are if you're gonna like do it, you have to do
he's
6 weeks of
he's
basic
got
training.
another,
Or 8
I don't
months,
know,
6
5 to
months.
10 years, but he's
Yeah.
already been in there for 15.
Yeah, like when
That's
people do that,
insane.
I think it's like my mom's cousin Adam. He was like on I don't even know how long, but he was in the army for a long ass time. And then now like what he does is like speak to people with PTSD and like try to like help you know
Okay.
all them and all that. But God, just the amount of stuff you have to see and like things you have to do when you're like in combat
Commitment.
just be scary as hell. Okay, if we got like drafted, that'd be different. Like if there was World War III, we were drafted. Shit.
I kind of, I don't know.
Podcast
And
in China?
imagine if we had a draft nowadays. I wouldn't actually mind.
You wouldn't mind
Cause if they're like, I don't know. I don't know.
if you got drafted. Okay,
Because okay. 'Cause how I see it is like, oh, you're set. I mean, you don't have to worry. Like, I mean, they got you with the food, the place to live, and all that. Like,
but you're going to be fighting fools, shooting.
fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, you know.
When the inevitable war.
If I gotta be built different, this is what it's gonna be.
What do you mean built different?
Well, if I got drafted, I'm gonna have to. And if I don't pass the test to even go into the military,
No, if you get drafted, you get like a letter, and it's like, be here this time of this date, or you will get arrested.
yeah,
So it's like it's not even like you have preparation. It's
For
just
some-
you gotta
for some-
go.
it sounds hard.
Sounds like a good hard. Or
It sounds hard, Like,
Okay, you know what, John?
we're drafted.
John,
you're in it.
John texted me and he was like, if we were drafted in Vietnam, we would have fucked it up.
Yeah, big time.
Get the little like Walkman, like do the podcast and. Bow, bow.
Hell yeah.
Bow, bow.
I don't know.
If it was like the Friends, we'd get through it.
But of course, that's probably not gonna happen 'cause our country is slowly getting soft. It's like a freaking, yeah.
Yeah,
Just a bunt, like
it's moving in such a
living
weird
in
direction.
a world of marshmallows. Just so soft.
World of Marshmallows. That's the episode name. Let me write that down.
World of marshmallows, like for real. I mean, don't get me wrong. Marshmallows are sweet.
Oh yeah, there you go. They're sweet. They're good.
They're sweet and good,
But what happens if
what happens if you're drafted? You're done. You're going.
you're done?
You're going. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. You know, like we're on a mission together. You know, so
We all need a compromise to.
yeah. I mean, I feel like we all should be understanding of each other. Like
Right.
no matter what's going on, how different our lives are in a grand perspective of things, like we are all people and we only get one life, and our life range could be like up to 80 to 100. You know?
Damn. How long do you
So-
think you're gonna live?
It's either like a good 80 or like 91.
Shit, you could make it. You could make it to a good 86, right in the middle.
I think it's all about being active too. Like
Yeah.
even like controlling what you eat. I think I got a couple centuries.
Yeah. When I die, shit. I mean, I'll make it to next Friday.
Hell yeah. You damn right.
We'll
You
just-
damn right
We'll
we
get
are.
there first. We'll get there
Hell
first.
yeah. We're going to make it to the next birthday and next birthday and next birthday.
That is weird to think. Like, of course, if we just avoid like any freak accident from happening, you'll have like, you haven't even had a quarter of your birthdays. Like,
yeah. So, I mean, this shit hard. This life shit hard, people. Just really, I feel like we need to really think about life here.
Yeah.
Really think. 'Cause we got lucky to even be born,
Right.
right?
We won that.
We
fucking
won
race.
that race. So, like, a lot of people, that shit goes way over their head. They're like, oh, shit.
Like you have like 2 billion sperms, and you were
Yeah,
one of
and
them.
you were one of them with this colorway.
This color,
This colorway,
Make and
this
model.
like this make and model with this type of like.
serial number.
I feel like we all are born. You know, when we get older, that's who we were like
Supposed.
born to be. You know,
Right.
like when you do what you like, that's what you were born to do.
Yeah. You're finding your full potential.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
man.
do you know who David Goggins is? He's just like ex-Navy SEAL or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know-
Bald fuck.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
black,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
He was saying how like before he joined the military, he was like 300 pounds and all this shit. And he was like
Mhm.
a loser, like didn't have a job, whatever. And he was saying, he was like, imagine if I never got up and then I'd like die, or I never got up and like worked out or whatever, never joined the military, and then I died one day, and then God shows me
Who you could have been. Yeah.
like
I
David
saw
Go-
that.
like
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I feel like I watched that and I was like, damn, that is so true. 'Cause imagine you're this fucking like
Who you were supposed to be.
badass.
You just gotta
But
do it,
also,
man.
It could be like, imagine if you like did everything you wanted and God showed you like the opposite of that. Like you were supposed to be, I don't know.
Like if it didn't work the way you thought.
Yeah.
I just think if
That's
you
so scary to think of.
like if I think that as long as you're internally satisfied.
Yeah. I feel like we all have intention, and I feel like our intentions really need to be brought to life, whether it's just writing down ideas, which I, you know, as of lately needed to be doing. Like I've
Yeah.
always needed to be
Writing it
writing
down.
these ideas down, because I say an idea and I'm like, oh, okay. But
And
I
it
have
just-
like,
yeah.
it's 'cause I always have ideas like
Consistent like just,
consistently about things.
no, you gotta write it down. Like I feel like writing it down and explaining what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Being given the details, being specific.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty of creativity too.
What do you mean?
Just being able to write what you mean.
Like going through the steps and process of
Of
achieving
like
it.
achieving this. It's
What's one of your biggest creative goals?
ooh, that's a good question. My biggest creative goal is just to create something I know was well thought out throughout production, how it looks, how it feels, how it sounds. Like I feel like, especially with music and like an album, it should be like it should be like your little mini movie.
It's like a little piece.
It's a little piece. It's a piece of art. And same thing with
Like the
how
entirety.
how I edit pictures. Like I know like how much grain I want, how much saturation, how much tint, how much of everything I really need.
For it to be like a collective whole.
Yeah, and that goes along with just being a creative in general. You need to have this sense of like what you do and do not like, because if you just start letting in the little, oh, I kind of like that, it devalues, you know? It should just be like, you know, 'cause there's a lot of ideas, and especially with me, I want to like throw every idea on the table, but I've learned also you need to kind of cut it, like shave it down.
Like go one at a time.
One at a time, one
And-
at a time.
And maybe there's a better idea within an
And
idea.
then you can take that idea and make it into something else.
Right.
Like
evolve it.
it might not be the second one, but it might be the third one, or like. And that's what's that's honestly what's tricky too. Like you don't know what direction you wanna go in, but it's gonna go. I feel like it's gonna go either way. I mean, whatever you're feeling at the time. That's why I like, when you see like Kanye in this Donda phase.
Mhm.
This is like that was his
A mode.
mode, like
Do
to
you
get that album done.
Do you feel you've do you feel like you're still trying to work out a solid like creative process, or do you feel like you've gotten one down, or how do you feel about it? Be real.
I feel like we gotta really lock down on like, I don't know, just the rhythm of it. Trying to,
There's a good
I don't know.
flow.
In my thought process, whatever gets puts out is gonna be a hit to me.
You're not gonna allow
Like
for
I'm not gonna allow product to get out
that you don't like.
that
you
I don't
believe in.
that I don't believe in.
Right. Everything is
So for
thoroughly-
me to put out, when me and Lennon put out For the Night, the first one, I really liked it, but then a year later I'm like, I don't like this.
So
I don't like this.
So there's something about. Okay, here we go. So how do you think someone would manage that in terms of wanting to only release what they feel satisfied with,
Mm-hmm.
but also having that growing taste. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the beauty in it, though. You know?
Is that at one point you liked it a lot more than you do now?
Yeah, and it's like maybe in a couple years, For the Night Part 1 is going to be a masterpiece to me. I don't know.
Maybe
I
it'll come.
don't
Maybe
know.
it'll come
I
around.
don't know. But as of now, I like the second one better. And it's like I like it better because it's like that's the direction we want to
Mm.
go in.
Right. It's
It's
more.
like
It's more of like a.
poppy.
It's more of a realistic like example of what you want to do.
Yeah, it's like okay, it's see that's the thing, like getting closer to what your intentions are.
Mhm.
Like
It's like okay. So maybe for the night part, maybe for the night part one was like, let's say like just an example, like 10% of your vision.
mhm.
For the night part two, we could say is 20%.
Mhm.
For the night part three, like just as an example, it could be 50%. You're saying you just keep on coming closer to what you are wanting to hear.
Yeah. I think that yeah. Yeah. I mean that also goes along with
You're finding the sound that you're
yeah,
looking
seeing cuz me and Lennon I feel like being there ever since he started making beats, it's taught me that like we change. 'Cause we used to listen to a lot of other things, and nowadays it's a select few, you know? Like I'm like this it is kind of weird 'cause it's like we used to listen to a lot of trap,
for. And maybe
and then that was an inspiration. It was like, okay, well that shit hard.
I feel like when I hear you talk about drums, I'm not saying your preferences are, but the things I feel like I hear you pick up is I don't know if I said drums, but that's what I'm talking
Mhm.
about. I feel like not like always, but I feel like I can always see the trap influence, not in a bad way
Mhm.
at all,
Yeah.
but I can like I feel like I always not like I feel like I hear you talk a lot about hi-hats.
Mhm.
Bro, you can't get away from a trap beat without some hi-hats.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Well, it's also like, but when it comes to now, as of lately, I've liked the way Tame Impala's drums
yeah, I'm just saying like if
hit.
that might have I'm thinking like maybe that's where some of that influence came from on like noticing those types of things. Do
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, and of course, yeah.
What in terms of like besides besides drums, are there any other artists or musicians or bands or whatever that have other sounds that you enjoy? Does that make sense? Besides drums, is there one artist that you're like, damn, this blah 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 just consistently sounds good? Like, does that make sense?
I think Mike Dean
Mm.
producing for Kanye on multiple albums, the way his, 'cause he has like all the like boards and shit.
Right.
So those sound incredible. It's not coming out of like a plug-in that you get on your computer. This is coming from boards and like
It was
and
designed.
he could rip on guitar like really well.
Right.
So
I wonder. Do you know how old he is? Probably like 55.
probably
I wonder when he when he like the first album that he produced, like when that was.
he's incredible. Like but yeah, I feel like I'll always have that trap influence, especially from Travis. Like the way how Travis is so creative when he's making music. Like
Yeah,
it's ultra creative. Like
it's different angles.
you think it's gonna go there. I feel like a lot of artists can be like that, but like I notice it in Travis. Like it's like, oh shit, he can do that too.
He can. when he experiments, he's pretty
Yeah,
successful.
I love that. I love that. And I feel like I love when artists get experimental. I don't give a fuck what hate they might get. It takes a lot of balls to
Experiment.
totally switch it up
Look
on
at
your fan
Yachty.
base, even though it's not. It should, like Yachty, like that was beautiful because I could really see, like, whenever he did an interview about it, I could see he really, like,
Meant it.
he meant it, and he wants to, like, this is what he's been wanting to create. And if a artist has been wanting to create something, I feel like it should be listened to,
Given a
and
chance.
given a chance, because
Who do you think? I feel like
that fits within their intention.
I heard somebody. It was someone actually talking about Lil Yachty being on that Tame Impala song,
Mm-hmm.
and how this dude is talking about how just from that happening, it's putting Lil Yachty fans onto Tame Impala and vice versa, but how also fans might not be into it because it's different. So when an artist is gonna create like something new and experimental, who do you think is like the prime audience for that? Like some of like his hardcore fans, or someone who doesn't even know, like someone that can come in with like a completely like open mind. Does that make sense?
Like an artist that.
Like if Lil Yachty drops this new album,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna have some hardcore fans that hate that he's changing it up.
Yeah.
So when he drops this new album that's so experimental, do you think some like real hardcore fans should be like the ones who really get an opinion, like get like that's the opinion, or someone who has no idea who even Lil Yachty is and is just listening to that album? Like, does that make sense?
I feel like the hardcore fans, I mean, of course they're gonna have like a take on it, but
I'm sure a lot of them loved it. It's
they
incredible.
a lot of it. Yeah. I know.
But I was using that as an example.
And a lot of Yachty fans, fuck. It also comes down with like the person,
Mhm.
like how they act. And Yachty's a vibrant, guy.
Right.
And
Young man.
he's likable. And honestly, to the hardcore fans that didn't like it, I mean, you should see this as a treat. He's giving you production. He's giving you like he's giving you drums. He's giving you great sound. He's giving you.
Have you ever been a fan of an artist who experimented like too far that made you not like them?
That's a good question. Man, I'm trying to I'm trying to think of like an album. Oh, Playboy Cardi with Whole Lot of Red, because okay, me and Lennon used to bump Cardi. Bump Cardi. We love Cardi. We
Yeah.
loved his first album,
Mhm.
Playboy Cardi. That's what he called it. And then the second one being Die Lit. That was production goals.
Hit.
With Whole Lot of Red, when that came out,
He only has 3 albums.
it feels like, yeah,
Damn.
it feels like, I don't know. It was such a change where it was like I didn't like it. I still respect it. A lot of people bumped that, but I could really value him
Trying.
stepping out of his comfort zone
And wanting to do something different.
and wanted to switch it up. That's the shit. See, even though I don't like it, I might not listen to it.
You
I
don't
could still
dislike
really
it.
I could really respect it.
Right.
And then adding on top, like, even though I might not listen to that album, I'll still like, be in tune with the album. Like when it drops. When it dropped, I was there. Didn't like it. Didn't, it
You didn't hate it, but it's good to see him
it was
trying
like,
new
yeah,
things, but
yeah,
it just wasn't for you.
But like having production, like Kanye executive producing that whole album, was like, okay, well, there is some, influence. Like, I don't know. You should value
Like
getting a.
it's kind of like Kanye believed in it. Let me see.
Let
what's
me
going
see what's going on, and that's a good thing too.
Do you, in your opinion, is it something where
It's hardcore. I mean,
is it something that you it's not for you, it's not your thing, it's not your taste, or you think it's bad.
It's just not my taste.
Right.
I know, like, this, like, when I listen to it sonically,
Mm-hmm.
it's different when I listen to it
As a critical listen. Or
lyrically,
if you're trying
or
to
what
like
this
bump
album
it,
means. There's, you know,
like casually, it's not for you. But if you want to look for production value, it's there.
yes, absolutely, absolutely, and that's what I like about music, because you
Mhm.
might not like what they're saying or blah blah blah. If you like people, and a lot of people can't listen to it just sonically. They're like, oh, those drums are really mixed well,
Right.
like
Yeah.
hit
Yeah. I feel like most people are just listening it
casually.
casually.
But for me,
That's the
I'll
fun.
listen to any type of music, and I get keynotes on like all of them.
Right.
Like whatever I'm listening to,
Find
whatever
something
gets
about
put
it.
on, I'm like, oh, I like that. I like, oh,
Don't like
oh,
this, like
I
that.
don't like that, but it's cool little vibe.
Mhm.
So it's, I don't know.
I feel like I feel that way, especially with pop music. I feel, or not necessarily like pop music as in terms of like catchy music, but
Mhm.
music that's on the radio. I feel because it's on the radio and it's always like it's like executive, like label
Mhm.
brands or whatever. I do find the production is always pretty solid in a
Yeah,
way.
it's always solid.
It's like there's a level of quality that I can expect, and there always are some interesting things, even if it's like I don't like just whatever like some like an Ed Sheeran song. I can find
Yeah.
something in there to be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Just learning.
Learning, and that's because then it makes you appreciate like the projects that don't get radio play.
Mhm. Oh
you
yeah,
know,
there you go.
it's like,
Especially when it's by those artists. You know
yeah,
what I'm
when it's
saying?
by it, but also it, I don't know.
Like none of them Don FM songs really on the radio, or you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
a lot of them could have been. Do you know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of them could have been. Yeah,
If they were the singles, or if just the right people heard it.
I don't really know why the hell that album didn't do. Well, it did well. I shouldn't say,
But
oh,
as well
as
After Hours.
anything.
But I don't even get why.
Come
really.
on. It's okay.
Maybe just
I
bad
understand
timing.
why. It's because mainly the fans, like the hardcore fans, they want that old shit, and I mean, I could respect that. Like, if you're a hardcore The Weeknd fan that's been there since, you have like a different take.
What were the singles off of Don FM?
Well, the first one he introduced, he put out "Take My Breath." I
Take My
remember
Breath.
that. That was it.
And
that was it.
Okay, there you go. What were the singles off After Hours?
Oh, they had "Blinding Lights," "Save Your Fucking Tears,"
There's another one.
"Heartless."
Heartless. Okay, look at those. I think
During a pandemic, but they didn't put the. I don't like how they didn't.
they should have dropped Out of Time as a
Well,
single.
I don't know if that's The Weeknd's way of. Maybe he didn't want that.
What do
Maybe
you
he
mean?
didn't want to, cause you have to pay to get your shit on the radio.
Right.
It costs. I mean, money's probably not an issue for him, but I don't know if I'd find it annoying for my.
And maybe he wanted
stuff
it
to
more
be-
low key, or
I don't know.
to him he probably doesn't even notice. Like it doesn't get bigger than where he's at.
Yeah.
And that album is probably bigger than any other album.
That
dropped by.
album is well, 'cause it's a.
It's still a
After
huge hit.
After Hours was the start of this trilogy, so he dropped After Hours, then he dropped Don FM, and then we're waiting for so-called Afterlife. But
Right. And you
I'm
gotta
liking this shit 'cause it's well thought out, and
Right.
everything
has a purpose.
has a purpose, and that is
And it's kind of,
inspirational.
and even if you look at it as a trilogy, it's like the beginning and the end are what people are gonna remember.
Hell yeah.
That middle
Hell
part
yeah.
is like usually what's forgotten, but
But
But it's
that has
underrated.
so much
Underrated.
value, and you know.
And I think the fact that it is underrated makes it more special
And
to
I still
you.
think the way Sacrifice is mixed, I don't like.
Really?
No. 'Cause I'm like, I want the drums to freaking hit. Like, I don't know how to explain it to the people, but
If is there
give me the control. Give me.
who
Let me
produced that album? Wait, Sacrifice was on Dawn FM.
Uh-huh.
Mike Dean. Who produced? No.
They might. I feel like. I don't
Oh,
think
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones didn't produce.
He didn't.
No, which is, well, he's probably
He probably was
no.
retired,
He
man.
probably forgot how to fucking mix. In this day and age, I don't know.
He's like, what's that? What's that computer?
That computer?
Is that computer?
Let's see. Mike Dean wasn't on it, but I'm pretty sure this producer has produced probably some.
Oh,
fucking-
absolutely. That'd be so dope if The Weeknd worked with some very not very like talented but unexperienced producer.
I was talking to Lennon. I was like, man, Tame Impala could be another Quincy Jones when he gets a
Old.
little bit older. Like,
Find some young talent.
find some young talent and produce their album. Make The Weeknd's Thriller, please.
Tame Impala. How old's The Weeknd? Like 32?
No.
No,
He's
older.
like the same age as Drake.
Damn, almost 40.
No, 33. What the fuck?
33. How old's Drake?
36.
He feels 38.
Yeah, you're old, man.
You're old, man. Yeah.
You're old, man. It's time to cut your bullshit.
Cut the bullshit.
It's time to be a.
Professional.
I mean, he already is, but I don't know. Get you a wife mode.
Get a wife mode, settle down.
But I could just imagine, like, how the fuck would you go about in finding a wife when you're at that big?
Okay, you know what?
How?
We're going to write down how do Drake type find
Yeah. I'm
wife.
serious.
And we're going to pick up with that when we come back.
Love y'all.